At the end of any bottle, it's normally a story that comes with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottle Podcast.
What's going on, good people, man? Look, we back at it again, man. It's your favorite dynamic duo. It's the brothers. What's going on, Carolina?
Ain't nothing. They're happy I tap in. Well, I'm always looking forward to it.
Hey, absolutely, man. Look, we had a show planned for you today. We don't know if he's gonna pop in a minute or not. Always trying to bring you that good content like we do, but we'll see how that goes. Um, the world is crazy. The world is crazy again. We're losing a lot of people. Um, just real quick, man. PNB Rock lost his life in an unfortunate act of violence. Um, David Arnold, famous comedian, great writer, he lost his life. And then I heard just now about Jesse Powell. Some of y'all might have heard of it earlier. But hey man, God bless those people. Rest in paradise. And love the ones who love you back, man. That's what I'm always tell you.
Yeah, that seems like the older you get, the more frequent you hear about death, whether it's from your peers, family, the news, social media. And you gotta start thinking about the time you got on this earth and just appreciate it. And even if you feel like you down bad there, just appreciate that life you got. Because on some eyes closed, that's it.
Man, it seemed that way. It seemed that way. We talk a lot about death, man. I'm sorry. I want to send my condolences out to the Dallas Cowboy fans and Cowboy Nation. I'm lying. It's Jerry, man. Y'all cursed until Jerry sell that team or he passed beyond the Paradise Cup. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I seen several comments talking about something they ain't gonna win till Jerry in the upper room, man. I don't wish death on nobody, man.
I don't wish death on nobody, but again, Cowboy Nation, y'all got to figure it out. One of these things is not like the other. Before he got the team, y'all was winning. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, they got rings with them. They can say that. It's been a long time ago, but they got rings with them.
Oh yeah. Well, my bad. You right. It been so long, I forgot that he was there for a couple of them.
Yeah, but he was there. He was there. But I am finding a lot more female Cowboy fans. I had a funny joke behind it, but I'll leave that one alone.
I don't know, man. I think the female Cowboy fans is what make me hate the Cowboys. Because half of y'all only root for him because of your daddy. Your daddy can be wrong, man. Just because he's your daddy, he ain't right about everything.
Well, no.
But shit. Let's go ahead and do what we do, man. We ain't done a first call with each other in a minute, so we might as well get that popping.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. Look, first call, man. PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo?
I would say this. I think Nintendo games were extra hard if you think back on it, but PlayStation, just because PlayStation was the new era.
Yeah, Nintendo's still kicking. You still got the what you call that shit, the Switch. That shit going crazy.
Yeah, but PlayStation they changed the game.
No doubt. Coke, Pepsi, or RC Cola?
Man, you know what? I drink Coke or Pepsi, even though I don't drink soda that much. I drink Pepsi or Coke more frequently, but I got to get that RC Cola every once in a while.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Deep dish Chicago style or flatbread New York style?
I like the. I've had deep dish by certain people, and it ain't as good as it looked like on TV. So I'll take that New York style, that big slice.
You got to do one of them. Bungee jump or jump out of a plane?
Man, it'll probably be bungee jump, just because not as high up. But either way, after about 15 feet, that shit damn near look the same.
I'm about to say, I ain't gonna know what happened at the end until I pass out.
I actually got an older lady at work with me. She in her 70s. She wanna jump out of plane again. She did it like when she was young. She said she wanna do it again. Like, you can have that.
Yeah,
she's like 73. She's like 70 something.
So when you that old, what you got left to fear? You've been alive long enough to not fear nothing.
But that's the great thing, because the doctor said she don't need to do it. And she's like, well, I'm gonna do it just because of that. Like, what else I got?
Yeah, she gonna do that shit and live 20 more years, cause she said that shit gonna reset her battery. White room, 3 chairs. You got one, there's 2 empty chairs. Who you talking to?
You don't always say I talk to Ross. I think I say I talk to Ross all the time. I'll talk to Ross. The crazy thing, I do it. I'll talk to Ross. I'll talk to I'll do it. I'll talk to Ross. I'll talk, just because we talked about it the other day. I'll talk to Robert, to Isley, Ronald Isley.
Okay.
I'll talk to Dad. I bet I get a gangster track out of that.
Who is that?
Dad, Pops.
Oh, okay.
So him, Ronald Isley, and Rick Ross. I think that'd be a dope conversation.
That'll probably be a dope conversation when you talk about the music.
Yeah.
But shit, that's my 5.
All right. If you was to partake into the herbal essence for a day, Snoop or Mike Tyson? Who
would I rather smoke with?
Yeah.
Mike's scary, man. Mike be going through too many emotions. I'm afraid I would say the wrong thing to Mike. And who want to offend him? I'm gonna go with Snoop.
Yeah, but everybody say when they smoke with Snoop, that shit don't end well.
Yeah, well, I'm going to sleep. Shit.
Yeah. Gin or Hennessy, cognac.
What is it?
We'll say Seagram's or Hennessy. Seagram's or Hennessy too.
I don't want neither one of them motherfuckers, cuz. If I gotta drink one of them, I'm probably gonna drink. I guess I could do a martini. I'll drink Hennessy, cuz. Damn, that's two horrible choices.
Too horrible. All right, growing up, you get in trouble in school. Spending detention before school or after school? Which one worse? Or which one would you pick?
I'm picking before school. Don't fuck up my after school.
Yeah, I say the same shit. I know
after school, that's you on my time now.
Yeah. Scrambled eggs or boiled eggs?
Both. If I'm on the go, boiled eggs. If I got time to sit down and enjoy scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I guess my last question would be, if you was the, see, I don't know if you know anything about cigars. Give me your favorite type of cigar.
Just something flavorful. I do, because I drink a lot of coffee. I would want something with that cocoa bean type flavor in it. I definitely like slim cigars as opposed to the fat cigars.
Yeah, I ain't a big cigar fan. I'm trying to get into that and wine, but I can't do it. I guess I just drink too much. But that was first call.
I'm at the end of the bottle, cuz. First week of the league, cuz. How you feel about the first week?
It's the first week. It's 17. It's 17 games, man. People talk this shit about Brady. They talk shit about AR. They talk this shit about. I mean, you even say the Cowboys. It's only week one. It's only week one. Ain't nobody. If you that invested, then you got a problem. I'm not looking to the first bye week to actually say if my team in trouble or not.
You're not making no snap judgments.
Hell no.
I did. Dak had to get off my fantasy squad. I know that's it. You just holding up his face.
He damn sure did mine. I got like I got him on two different teams. I had to get rid of him. I ended up I put Carson Wentz in both spots.
Yeah, he still look like trash. I don't think he's gonna make it too much longer.
Yeah, no, but he played for Washington. All you gotta do is damn slants and flats. That's it.
Screenplays.
That's it.
Should Cam Newton be playing this season? Will Cam Newton play this season?
I think teams will look. I think he'll get a couple workouts. I mean, Dallas might as well get him. He better than Cooper Rush.
That's what I'm looking at. Like, the Kaepernick story has been told and told again. I think that's finally gonna die, where you won't hear it no more. But Cam probably still decent enough to end up on somebody's roster.
Even and I hate to say it because he low key not bad. The guy from Houston, Mills.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that bad, but he can go to Houston and ball.
Geno Smith actually looked the best he ever looked because he waited till 20th year in the league to look like a quarterback.
Look like he did at West Virginia.
Right.
Looked like he did at West. He had to get that pressure off his back. Russell Wilson with that pressure on his back. Well, they ain't got nobody else. Some people play a little calmer.
That's true too. So just in life, cause like we back to normal now. Nobody talk about COVID no more.
Oh shit! I know somebody.
Say again?
I know somebody that got it.
I mean, I'm just saying that in terms of politics and scaring the shit out of people in the news, they don't even want to talk about it no more.
Oh,
we on to the next thing.
Yeah, because the economy already fucked up.
The economy is definitely fucked up. I don't know, man. How do you feel about the kids being back in school? Because do you still fear helping your daughter with homework?
Do I fear it?
Yeah.
Not yet. But I know in about 2 years, because I'll be looking at all these other parents talking about that new math they got. Like, I don't know about the old math, but this new math, man, there's a lot of adults that they're scared of that new math. So, yeah. I got a couple more years till I reach that stage.
I can dig it.
But I ain't gonna lie, I be helping her read. They be like, she do like reading every night, and I be looking at the books they get. Like, the books are kids' books, but there's some big words in them books.
I definitely think education is way more advanced than it was. I mean, it only makes sense that it would be more advanced than it was 30, 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But these kids articulate in a way now that I don't think I ever did. And I think I was always a smart kid, and I read books growing up. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more than that. And I think it's the evolution of parenting, of how to parent, more so than the scold and the iron with rule with an iron fist like back in our day. Kids are a little more outspoken, so you can hear their problems. They might feel a little more open to come. Not saying this way work, but it gives them to be more vocal. And sometimes that's not good neither, because you can't talk about something you don't know, which is life.
I saw some wild shit because it was it might have been a TikTok or something, man. But this lady took possession of her 12-year-old son's cell phone because he was acting up. And when I tell you this motherfucker destroyed her goddamn house,
Yeah.
like broke the toilet, because you know how much extra shit you gotta be doing to break the porcelain on the toilet? Knocked down cabinets, tore up furniture, broke end tables, coffee tables, pictures off the wall. What do you do in that situation?
Call the law, because anything else is gonna happen. The law gonna be there, so you might as well call it yourself, because there's gonna be consequences and repercussions of your actions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what we get at, because like we come from an old school. We come from spare the rod, spoil the child, whoop ass. That's not very popular nowadays. It's still popular amongst a certain demographic, certain people, certain age group. But what do you do? That's obviously a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel like the mom should do in that situation?
I mean, hunker down. Try to calm the situation as much as possible. Not saying you got to concede into what the child wants, but calm the situation up. The raising of the voice, the tension, whether it be physical or mental. Like you just gotta find a way to calm down. I mean, there's been times with the oldest where I wanted to man, I'm flipping the couch. I ain't even coming through her front door. I'm gonna bust the door down from the side. I'm coming in like SWAT. I wanted to come in there and do something. But when I thought about it, it's not gonna accomplish that, especially with these kids, because they don't listen to adults. They feel like they're already adults at 8. So I try to talk calmly and try to process. How do you think this situation actually helps you? That's how I came out. Like, how do you actually think this situation helps you? Like, of all the dumb shit you could have did, you made a fucked up choice. And we all got choices, and that's my shit, man. We all got choices. So I try to throw the choice angle in it. Like, we always got choices. Does that shit work? No. Does it work for every child? No. But that's just the method I'm trying to use when it comes to disciplining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm childless, you know what I'm saying? Part of me be like, I would probably be on that old school shit. And part of me want to say that, I should be able to connect. You want to be able to connect. But when something that egregious happens, right? You tried to discipline them by taking the phone.
Well,
and that shit escalated, and now you looking around your house like a stranger was in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And your house tore up.
Yep.
How old is too young to have your kids see a therapist or a psychiatrist?
I mean, there's never too old. But I think there's stages to that. Like, if you're not already talking to your child on that level, to me, this is my personal opinion, don't take them to the psychiatrist. Like, you got to break that in yourself, because it might be you. So you might actually need to go to the psychiatrist before the kids go to the psychiatrist. Because
right.
it has to be an understanding. Like, for the oldest, the physicality part of discipline wasn't the answer. The mental part wasn't the answer. The mixture helped out a little bit. So I do muscle failure. Or one time I was just like on some just took a shower or whatever. Hey, let me holler at you real quick outside on the front porch, because I don't want people in the house to hear. We go outside. I walk right back in the house.
Just leave them out there?
Leave them out there. It was about 60 degrees, no shoes on. I was like, and then I sat at the door for a minute, And when I opened up, I was like, that's what life is. You burning your bridges. Like, I
Mm,
want you to know that burning, like when you hear that door unlock, that's opportunity.
right.
By me unlocking it, that's your opportunity. When you hear me unlock it, if not, that's your life over. I'm not saying that's the answer. But everybody here, we're always still growing, and especially with these kids and how they wild out, man. Any help is decent help, but I agree with the psychiatrist, but I think the parents need to go too, if not first.
I don't know. And then, I got questions too. Like, you took the phone away from him and he was in the house by himself and he did all this shit. Was you there and you let him do the shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, part of me say I'm still a little screw loose, couple slices of bread short of a loaf. Like, I might snap. You know what I'm saying? Should there be more of just like you snap on your kid, you fuck your kid up within reason? When I say fuck your kid up, that sounds harsh. But you discipline your kid. You might spank them with your hands. You might beat them with a belt. You might be hand to hand, whatever the case may be. You don't kill them. Ain't no blood, but there might be pain. Should the cops just kind of show up and let you deal with that based on the appearance of the child when they get there?
Are you hurt or are you injured? For one, for that. But two, me doing this is stopping them from doing it to my child.
Okay.
I mean, not stopping, but helping not allow this to happen to my child. I'd rather beat my child and beat him with the
Knowing that you're gonna stop.
I'm gonna stop instead of these cops doing it just to get off because they gonna get off. Like that's the bad side. Like if you discipline your kids too much, even if the kids don't say something, they might be at the store or something, and another parent who wants to be all in somebody's business, it was like starts talking to them. Next thing you know, you got DSS or police knocking on your front door for the situation that had got to a certain point before it got out in the street.
Right.
People in the comment section, y'all type y'all comments what y'all think. I mean, it's a sensitive subject, but I know pretty much everybody's comment in our group alone came up hard way.
Most people don't view corporal punishment as a way to go no more. And that's why these kids talk the way they do. You know what I'm saying? And some of it's good, some of it's bad. Like, I remember not being able to express myself and feeling like it was unfair.
Yep.
But I also knew I didn't have any other alternatives, no matter how unfair it was. And we need to get this thing straight. Like, life ain't fair. Like, a child should be in a child's place. And I don't think by us doing a lot of understanding and a lot of making excuses, because that's what it flat out boiled to. We make excuses, and these kids' behavior is still fucking horrendous. You feel me? So I see it both ways, man. Especially little girls. You shouldn't be beating no little girls, but there's gotta be consequences, because their life is consequences.
I totally agree. The idea that nothing's supposed to be bad, life ain't supposed to be hard, is what's messing up this generation. It's the struggle.
Right.
It starts with I'm hungry. I'll go pop it in the microwave. It's fast. Like stuff like that. The simplicity of life now is why the kids don't understand that you actually do have options. Y'all are just picking the wrong options.
Well, it's like, for an example, I talked to one of my people and they got 3 kids. they will make 3 different things for dinner for their 3 kids. How much of that is these kids are finicky and they like what they like versus them understanding that we are family and certain things we're going to do together?
That happened to me over the weekend. My man had his birthday party and sister came. And sister didn't care too much for what was there for the party. So she just went and bought herself a little oven pizza. So
that's different. She an adult. She can fend for herself.
Yeah, but you gotta think this came from the kids now.
And, I got you. I got you.
So she kind of like me when she's picky, but she extra picky. So some boneless chicken came out, and she didn't want it. And that's what she eat. She didn't want it. She go get her pizza, and her brother like, oh, she don't want it because it ain't dark enough. She went and had her own whole meal, but everybody's accustomed to it, so it was one of the things that go. But you got other situations, other people's lives who are like that. That, like you say, it's a big problem.
It's like it's like when we grew up, and of course it's not the same no more. When we grew up, we didn't have a lot of choices. You know what I'm saying? So you got whatever your mom cooked that day. If it was chicken, I hope you love chicken. And if it was liver, I hope you love liver. But whatever was for dinner was what it was going to be. Right, wrong, or indifferent, our parents had a different struggle. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the time to set aside or maybe the resources to make 3 different meals every night of the week or 4 nights out of the week. That's a lot of cooking. You feel me?
The 2 working individuals of different shifts. Yes, but that goes back, like you said, we didn't have the household of democracy.
Right.
We didn't have that. So if you didn't eat, it was an ass cutting and go to bed hungry. So really, you lost twice.
Right. Maybe you don't get your ass cut. Maybe you should go to bed hungry.
But what I'm saying is, like, it built us up different too. So the things that were strong to us are actually weak to the other kids. Like, we can't take that same mentality. And I've been told that. Like, I can't use that mentality on my kids now, even though sometimes it triggers in there. But I've learned to adapt. And I think that's the hardest part for parents to adapt and the kids to adapt. Because kids got to understand, you wrong. You are going to get punished.
Right.
It's different getting in trouble in school for bad grades. Kids come on bad grades just like they come on bad grades. Back in our day, we come on bad grades. It's just like, I got 47 minutes before she get to the house. Like, you can count down.
I've been having the boo since the report cards came out.
Yeah. And all I want to do is take this ass whooping and go to sleep and be a new day.
That's it.
But the day and age has changed though. So the things that we value aren't valued anymore. Not saying
we can't. I feel like we can't let go of the entire old way. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit some of it's necessary. It's definitely not brutality. It's definitely not overly disciplined. You do have to have an ear for your child.
Yeah, you got to know what decibels is what decibels is at.
Right, and you got to be prepared for them not to understand you, and you got to be prepared to completely understand them. Now, sometimes they'll have a point. You know what I'm saying?
Now that I do take in consideration. I'll tell them quick if I'm wrong. Like, after they said whatever they said, and I realize I was wrong, I'd be like, hey, I do apologize. I do give that. I don't just walk away and let it be done. I'll come back and apologize if I'm wrong. which we didn't have
Absolutely.
back in the day. So that's part of my growth. We didn't have that back in the day. Even if they was wrong and they realized it was wrong, they wouldn't come back to apologize. Or ours wasn't. But in the end, you just got to own up to it, whether you're the child or the parent, because that's what you learn from. The child learning from the parent, and the parent
Right.
actually learning from the child.
Which is possible.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest, like in this new way that we live, you know, you can have friends that you never physically met. You can know somebody for years now and you never physically met them. Are those legitimate friends? Like how are the social norms being affected by the internet in the way you see things?
I mean, I know a dude that I have talked to for the past 5 years, met him one time. I had when I got one of my 4-wheelers, I swapped out with a dude I met on Craigslist, and we just always stayed in contact. We met one time, the time we tried to swap, and he hit me up last week. Like, man, what's good with you, man? I ain't heard from you, man. I was like, man, ain't shit. You know, just living. It's just like a regular conversation. He in Winston-Salem.
Okay.
So stuff like that I appreciate. It's more me. I need to get out to the people that's always been in my life and visit them more. You know, show my love, show my appreciation, show my appearance. But yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
In terms of like valid relationships, do you feel like you can be in a close, trustworthy relationship with somebody you never met?
Shit, I may not be able to do it with somebody I met.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. I guess it all depends on how much they give you without being met. Like, what do the conversations say? What are the conversations about?
Right.
What is the intent about? What have you grown or learned from that person? Does it help you? Does it help you? Whether it's financially, spiritually, physically, like if it's benefiting you, then it's gonna mean more to you, regardless of what other people think.
Right.
You know, you talk to somebody, they don't turn your taxes. They got you doing your taxes now. You know, they got you thinking about stuff other than they got you thinking about your 401k, which you wasn't thinking about before. They got you thinking about your life insurance policy, like stuff like that. That shit matter.
Yeah, it just made me wonder, like the way we kind of grew up, the way people grew up until probably 2000, where you got your high-speed internet connection, is all your friends were people you knew that were in your network. Now that your network can be global, you know what I'm saying? How much trust and strength do you put into that is the question.
I guess it's hard because you still got to think about life lessons. Like, what have they done physically to be there for me?
Right.
So that stuff still has to balance out, because you can have somebody there for you all the time physically, but sometimes mentally you need that support and they're not there. And that,
right.
And that's just as damaging. You know, you sit in the house 1 o'clock in the morning blasting music by yourself, and you got shit on your mind, and you need somebody there physically.
I was just like, did you see the Ben Tateo thing on Netflix?
About getting catfish? I didn't watch that, but I knew the story about him being catfish.
For the people that don't know, Manti Te'o was a football player. He played at Notre Dame. He was from Hawaii, raised devout Christian. It was church family football. And he went away to Notre Dame after living his entire life in Hawaii. I believe they say his sophomore year, he gets into a internet relationship, basically. He meets this lady on the internet and they talk and they talk and they talk. for years, like till they calling themselves girlfriend and boyfriend. 3 years later, he's about done with college. His grandmother passes away legitimately, like for real. And on the same day, this girlfriend says, or they say she dies. He finds out they both died the same day. And he go on this whole rip for his senior year. Outstanding college player, beast mode linebacker, dedicating the season to his girlfriend and his grandmother. The girlfriend turns out to be a dude, and it's like everybody followed the story. They thought he was a hero, and then some media outlet actually does some investigation, and they find out it's a catfish, that it is a dude who's been playing his girlfriend. She didn't die. Was he in on it? Was he not in on it? That's why I'm questioning these relationships and the things that go on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me bring that up.
I mean, that's his fault. Like, if you ain't visit her, if you meet somebody on net and y'all been talking 3 years, there's no way in 3 years y'all never met.
It's not enough excuses as to why we can't meet.
Yeah, because sooner or later, if you keep saying no, it's gonna be a pop up anyway.
Even if it's not a pop up, it's still like, this is too weird, man. Like, I can't keep fucking with you. I got somebody that's here.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Whoever the dude is, he should go to jail for that shit.
He should have gone to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the amount, the level of manipulation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, and you don't know how many times he done did that to somebody else.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to find a way to, make relationships better between people. We still got a lot of men versus women shit. You know what I'm saying? The black man versus the black woman. Shit like that we gotta fix. You know what I'm saying? Whether a woman is a breadwinner or not, that didn't have anything to do with the amount of respect that go on between the two. You know what I'm saying?
I think we cause I was actually talking to LGL before we got on, and she is that's her forte in her podcast. She invited us back on her podcast when we're ready, but I told her I want to bring her back on ours, and I think we can do that. We can either do that one or the family dynamic. Have her
Absolutely
come on, and we'll just talk about the family dynamic and where everybody where does everybody feel they should be with family, as far as, should I be more successful? Should I have a 4-bedroom house? Should I have had 8, 9, promotions? It's different from everybody, because when you tell your story, people looking down on you, but they don't know. So I think that'd be a dope conversation.
Just the mental health conversation in general. And I think that's what most of this was today. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't touched on it in a minute. But we can't live inside the 4 walls that's this box. We can't just be, you know what I'm saying, faking what our life is on the internet and going through it behind closed doors. If you're really going through something, man, you need to reach out. And if you feel like somebody going through it, you need to reach out. If they tell you it's nothing, it might not be nothing. But you at least need to do yourself a service of checking on people, man. Black people especially, we got this brush it off your shoulder, keep on keeping on type of mentality. And sometimes it's just a word or two that can let you know how they really doing. You know what I'm saying?
I meant to ask you that because I'm like that. Like, if you come to me with a problem, depending on what the problem, the level of the problem that I view it, I'm going to brush off until I understand that you're serious about the problem. So the thing is, when you brush off, if you really need help, maybe you need to put a little more oomph into proving that you need help. Because everybody needs help. So it's levels to it.
The flip
Right.
side is maybe with the brush off, maybe you should go a little harder.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's levels to it and it's understanding to it. And like I made the comment, the post earlier this week, whatever. Like sometimes you need to sit in the house and play your favorite music the loudest. I do it all the time. It don't be loud, but I might sit here in the dark or with YouTube on and a glass, and I might not say nothing for 3 hours, but you gonna hear the Isley Brothers. You gonna hear Lucas Graham. You know, you gonna hear Mr. Blackberry Molasses. But that's
Right.
just me trying to come back into my zone. Like stuff is just crazy, and that's life. Like my life ain't no crazy than nobody else's.
Right.
So basically, like you said, mental awareness, mental health will help you with your family, as far as just putting your kids. It'll help you at work. It will help you socially, professionally, and all that. Just ask for help, and sometimes go with somebody to get help, and they might realize that you needed help. Like
That's what I would ask.
Yeah.
I would ask to go through your mental Rolodex now, and almost everybody that can hear me as they going through their mental Rolodex, there's somebody that they talk to on a regular basis that for whatever reason, wait a minute, I ain't talked to him in a whole minute.
Yep.
And it ain't for a beef, it ain't for no particular reason. Don't wait for them to call you. Go ahead and give that person a call. Shoot them a text.
I'm definitely gonna call that person tomorrow, but somebody been on my mind for the longest. That I know I should have been reached out to, and just time, and I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll do it tomorrow. Time, I'll do it tomorrow.
And then everybody got their own thing. Everybody got their tough. They got their life to deal with. And life in 2022 it's different, and it's still good, and it's still precious, but it's full of bullshit.
It's full of bullshit, man. Like I was telling somebody, like flu season coming around the corner, and I think
hurricane season, flu season. Yeah. You got people in a drought right now. You got people that can't make their rent right now. You got it's always something. And if you can break that up, maybe you can't give nobody their rent money, but you can at least let them know you're out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it's so magnified. Like me and the family went out to eat last month. We were coming out, and there's a homeless dude talking to another guy. Homeless dude was in a wheelchair, and we walked by. He was like, "Hey, you got any change?" He's like, "Just whatever change you got, a quarter or whatever." And I reached in my pocket, said, "Man, I ain't got nothing." He's like, "Well, bless you anyway." He went on about his conversation.
Right.
So I went to the car, had an old wrinkled up dollar. I came back and gave it to him. He's like, "Man, God bless you," because when I walked off, he probably never thought I was gonna come back. Because the car was down like a block and around the corner. But I came back and gave it to him. I was like, I just handed it to him. He's like, "Man, God bless you." I threw my hand up and I kept walking. I can't do that every day to every person I see in that situation, but I did it at least one time to somebody in that situation. But I tell people, if I give out all my money, I'm gonna be just like them, jangling a cup.
Right. Like I said, man, it's hard out here for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You got people that try to make it look good, and they going home to a mattress on the fucking floor too. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel the need to, you don't feel the need to put everybody in your business, but also keep it real enough for people to acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? Your struggle don't define you. How you handle your struggle define you. You know what I'm saying? Every day ain't a good day for the kid. You know what I'm saying? Most days is pretty rough like everybody else's. But I got a great support system. I can come on here twice a week. I can shoot the shit with my brother. He knows what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed enough to still have both of my parents. I can go talk to them, complain to them, beg to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a decent situation. Some people ain't got that.
You know what? That's what we need to have a show on about the weakness between the weakness a man can't show.
That's real.
We need to do a show on that. Really need to do a show on the weaknesses men cannot show. Because a man can be weak. I'm talking about he can be beyond crying inside without showing outside. He still has to get up and go.
They call that toxic masculinity. You poisoning yourself by not allowing yourself to be weak.
I mean, you don't have time. Once that bill hit, that bill's there. Once that child needs something, child needs something. Once your old lady needs something, your old lady needs something. Once your homeboy needs something, and you got it, you do that.
You gotta hustle. You ain't got time to cry.
But then when you go to work, you're a whole different person. You're starting over. These people don't know your struggle when you get to work. And then you go about doing that to be, to move up. Then you come back home to the people that know your problems. They don't understand the shit that go on at work. So sometimes, man, sometimes you do need to sit in quiet and play your favorite music. Sometimes you need to sit in the car in the parking lot. I go sit in the bathroom. I don't need to be doing shit half the time. I just be in there and get my mind right. I got that from my mom. But we all need that time just to get away.
You gotta get away. You gotta get away sometimes.
For your health, man, because stress will kill you. And you don't want, and right now you don't want stress, flu, and COVID to hit you at the same time.
I'm telling you, cuz you're gonna be dehydrated from the tears, dehydrated from the runs, the night sweats, everything else. I mean, look, we here at the end of the show, man. We finishing up a little early, man. This is the bottom of the bottle. Like, share, subscribe. Come fuck with the people, man. My brother put the link out there. This is at any time that y'all want to jump in, man. If we having a conversation that you're willing to get in on, let us know. We'll put you on. It ain't nothing but a conversation, man. As long as you know how to act, we know how to act. And if you don't know how to act, boot your ass out of here anyway. But
to the moon, Dallas.
Hey, that part. What you got for the people, man, on this last call?
Once again, network superpower. We always trying to evolve. Fuck with us. You got or y'all should have our Instagram and Facebook personal pages. Just send us with topics that y'all would like to hear, or guests that y'all would like us to try to get. It might not be that specific guest, but maybe we can get somebody, around
the subject matter.
Yeah, so please do that. Another reason why I say that is for interaction, so you know that you're feel valued by saying, hey, you think y'all get this type of guest, and we at least try to get that guest, then you feel more a part of the show, which we appreciate. Like I said, our podcast is, we love music, but we love our guests and the comments and the interactions. Like, we thrive off that. We love that.
We love our people.
Yeah, so please do that. We got a couple panels coming. Shows like this make you think about those panels. Like, damn, I need to do a panel tomorrow just because I got so much shit in my head that I want to get off. But we got some panels coming, some old returning guests coming. We got some new guests coming. Once again, if you're already on our Facebook, just go over to your YouTube, find the bottom of the bottom, and click subscribe. That's it. So go from, if you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, just go to your YouTube, type in bottom of the bottom, you'll see our logo, hit subscribe, and you'll always be good. Then you won't have to worry about going through all the stuff, all the other posts when it's live time. You just go straight to YouTube and watch.
Yeah, man. And just to piggyback off of that, we here every Wednesday, man, and we don't know what we're going to talk about half the time. It's an organic conversation. That's the whole basis behind this, man. This is the kind of things that we do when we with our family and friends, and we just trying to bring y'all into that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't need no new friends, but maybe you want to hear something that you didn't think you would hear. Maybe you want to learn something that you didn't think you'd learn, something that you didn't have access to. We here for the people, man. Look, we much stronger together than we are apart. I say that all the time. We can't keep doing the same shit we've been doing because that shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So again, Love the ones who love you back. I mean that, man. Check your Rolodex. If somebody that's been on your mind that you ain't reached out to in a long time, shoot them a text, give them a call. If they don't answer, leave them a message. Tell them why you called. You was on their mind. That little thing right there, man, you never know. It could save somebody's life, man. It's tough out here. We don't know what people going through. All we can do is try, man. That's your duty as a human being. This is the bottom of the bottle. I'm Jay Walker III. That's my co-host, Carolina Dirt. And until the next time, man, y'all be easy, man. We gone.
Be easy.